Hey, what's going on with your family? You really are insane parents. Excuse me? What's going on? I have no idea that someone would suddenly call me insane. Are you sending it to the wrong person? Mary, you should check the recipient carefully before sending a message. I understand that you want to catch up with young people, but you're not used to smartphones. Knock it off. I can operate a cell phone with ease. Don't change the subject. I saw your son as a homeless. I can't believe you let a high school kid do that. What were you thinking? Huh? Mary, did you have a dream? I saw it with my own eyes for sure. That was definitely Sean. He looked like a wreck. What happened to him? You must be a little tired. You're 65 years old. Why don't you quit your part-time job and have a break? I'm not crazy. Why was Sean at such a place? Explain to me. No, first of all, pick Sean up. Give him a warm meal. Apologize to Sean. Please, pull yourself together. My son is studying abroad. What? When we met before, I told you about this, remember? I told you that he's going to Greece for a short term in the middle of his senior year, didn't I? I didn't hear that. Oh man, I can't help it if you don't even remember what we talked about. I can't believe how advanced your condition is at 65. It's early, but it can't be helped. It's no use trying to treat me like I have dementia. Sean and I talk on WhatsApp every day. If I show you some proof, would you believe me? You can fake that kind of thing with today's technology, can't you? Don't think you can fool me just because I'm old. I'm sure you're mistaking someone for Sean. There's no reason for Sean to be homeless. That's why it's strange. You judged him from a distance, didn't you? I'm sure he's someone else. Mary, you're getting old and your eyesight is failing. You should have talked to this person who looked like Sean to confirm it. I was going to, but he ran away the moment our eyes met. Then it wasn't him. He's a grandma's boy. There's no way he'd run away. He probably hadn't bathed, and his face was black, and his hair was shaggy. He's just like the homeless people you see in TV dramas. But how can you be so sure it was Sean? How could I not recognize my grandson? I could see it in his eyes. You say it so confidently that I'm starting to think that I'd like to meet him too. He must look a lot like Sean. I had an image that homeless people were mostly seniors. I didn't know there are homeless people that are so young that they could be mistaken for a high school student like Sean. It's not time to chat about things like that. It really was Sean. He looks so sad. I wonder if he's involved in something strange. Don't worry about someone you don't even know. If Sean's back in the US, there's no way my husband and I don't know about it. Hey, please, go to the police and ask them to check Sean's immigration record. Do you think they'll act on such uncertain information? I'll negotiate with them in person. I don't think that would work because you don't have parental authority. I'll go to the police station and negotiate. They'll think you're an old geezer saying absurd things, and that'll be the end of it. They'll just be like, "Hello, old lady," and they won't listen to you seriously. The police are busy too, so you shouldn't bother them. Then cooperate with me. I can't. I can't cooperate with you since I don't trust what you say. If you could at least show me a picture, that might help. Okay, I'll go take a picture then. Mary, you should stop. Sean's in Greece. Why don't you call him on WhatsApp? I will. Oh, but it's probably midnight in Athens right now. There's a chance he's sleeping. Really? But aren't young kids nowadays awake even at midnight? Do you mind if I call him? I'm sure he's already in bed. He has school tomorrow. Let's calm down first. I'll get in touch with Sean. I'll tell him to call you. Okay. Your wife is suspicious.
What the heck? Out of nowhere? Mom, you can't talk shit about my wife.
I saw Sean being a homeless, yet she denied it outright and tried to hide it.
What are you saying? Sean is studying abroad. There's no way he's homeless. And you saw him in the US? You think he came all the way back from studying abroad and became a homeless?
You say the same thing as your wife. Are you guys in on it?
Why would my wife and I kick out our adorable son without a dime? It's obvious we would never do that.
It is not obvious. The world is full of demons.
You watch too many dramas. You think we're such demons? I'm your real son. My wife is who I chose. She's got a good heart, and there's no way in hell she'd leave our kid homeless.
But people change, don't they? I called out to him, Sean, and he jerked his shoulders, and then he ran away. That kid was definitely Sean.
An old woman came out of nowhere to talk to him. He must have gotten scared.
You know, I've seen countless suspense dramas. Don't underestimate my powers of deduction.
Huh?
I can guess the real killer before the climax, you know?
What are you talking about? I'm at work.
At this point, I'm suspicious of your wife, Ashley. But I'm suspicious of you too. But you're my son, so it's possible my deductive powers are dulled.
Are you kidding me? If you're going to play detective drama, do it alone. We don't have time to play with you.
I'm serious. You guys, your son is a wreck and he's homeless. He could be involved in something horrible. Are you not worried?
I'm telling you, he's in Greece. Why don't you believe me when I have clear facts? They say old people get hard-headed, but you're overreacting.
Well, how dare you talk to your mother like that?
Because you're jerking us around with uncertain information. I told you I'm at work. I can't deal with your delusions any longer.
I'm sure of one thing. That's why I'm being so stubborn.
Then tell me why you think the homeless guy was Sean.
The shape of his ears.
That's the most unreliable thing I've ever heard. What do you mean by the shape of his ears? Did you take a pattern and matched it or something? How can you tell just by looking?
Do you know how many times I've pinched those little ears?
I don't care.
Fine. If you don't believe your mother, then you should quit being her son.
I'm tempted to.
The next day, I took a day off from my part-time job. I went to the riverside where I had seen Sean, but he was nowhere to be found. I asked some people who looked like homeless people, but what they told me was that there was no way I could find a high school-age boy. Did I mistook the person for Sean? I began to feel less and less sure of myself. But I looked for him in various parks and streets after I finished my part-time job every day. Then, I met someone, and the story took a sudden turn. I found Sean. Are you still saying that? It's been 2 weeks since we talked, Mary. I thought you've had enough of playing detective drama.
Mom, enough. I don't have time for this. Neither does Ashley.
Shut up. This is about your kid.
What are you mad about?
Well, it's no use how much I lecture you guys. You guys don't deserve to be parents. Money is more important than your kid, right? What are you trying to say? When I found Sean 2 weeks ago and told you I found Sean on the riverside, you must have lost your cool. No, I haven't. I wondered what you were talking about.
That's right. I thought my mother might finally have dementia. It's a little early for someone who's only 65. I lost my cool a little about that. I didn't believe Sean's story at all.
You still want to keep it quiet? I told you. I said I found Sean. William, why don't you put your mother in the hospital? I think she's sick.
Maybe it's for the best.
Are you going to make me disappear next? You've got to be kidding me. I won't let you people do what you want. You just found a homeless guy who looked like Sean. You're getting old and your eyesight is deteriorating.
He's a real Sean. I won't let you say that it's just my delusion again.
Then prove it.
How about Sean's testimony? I won't let you study abroad. I won't let you go to college. College is a waste of money. After high school, you'll have to work and earn money for your family. What?
These are all the things you said to Sean. Don't you remember? No, I don't remember saying that.
But Sean didn't give up. He kept on studying, looking for scholarships. We're not against it, right, Ashley?
Of course. It's parents' duty to fulfill their child's wishes. That's why we let Sean study abroad and spend so much money on his upbringing.
Sean studying abroad is also a big lie. The truth is this. You guys were against Sean going to college. But one day, you suddenly invited him to an open campus of a college, and then you took him to an abandoned building and you hurt him until he couldn't move. Oh, come on. Your delusions have gone so far that they're defamatory. No parent would ever hurt their son in such a horrible way.
I didn't think you people were capable of such a horrible thing either. If you want to sue me, go ahead. When you saw Sean unconscious and motionless, you thought he had gone to the other world and threw him away. You tried to cover it up by lying to everyone around you that he went to study abroad. But Sean was alive. Are you done telling your story? Mary, if you have such a vivid imagination, why don't you become a novelist?
I'm not done yet. Just think of me as an old woman talking to herself. That's enough. Please stop. Sean escaped and was rescued by a homeless man. But it's close to his house, and if he's found, he'll get beaten again. That's why he dressed so dirty, so he wouldn't be found. But I found him. And? When you guys heard what I had to say, you got scared that Sean might still be alive. So you've been looking for him for the past 2 weeks, haven't you?
No, we haven't.
Sean was scared that he'd finally been exposed when his eyes met mine. He wasn't sure whether I'd believe him if he asked for help. The same goes for the police. Because he's a minor, he would just be sent back home. After much thought and consideration, he was sheltered by someone. As a novel, that's about a 40 out of 100.
No, it's only a 2.
He's a man named Gabriel who helps the homeless. I was looking for Sean so much that one of the homeless people introduced me to him. Who's that? An archangel? If you're going to write a novel, you might want to work on your names. I told him how worried I was about Sean and how much I wanted to help him. He understood. He made me promise that I would never send Sean back to his home. And then, I got to meet Sean.
How many times do I have to tell you that Sean is in Greece? You must have met a stranger who looks a lot like Sean. Unless you are hallucinating, you are being deceived, Mary. You'd better cut ties with that man right now.
You're trying so hard to cover up, but it's no use. As long as Sean is alive, if he testifies, you'll lose. The fact that he never went to Greece will be exposed as soon as we look it up. Why don't you just admit it? Admit what? I don't know anything. I admit you're a terrible writer, but other than that, your story contains no facts. Poor Sean. Just because he said he wanted to go to college, his life was almost taken away by his parents. That must have been a huge heartbreak for him. But that boy is strong. When I told him I would take care of the tuition, he cried with joy. He's studying very hard right now. He really wants to go to college. You people are such assholes for hurting such a dedicated child and pretending that he's dead. You're worth less than a human being, let alone parents.
Where is he?
That's a funny question. You insisted all along that he's in Greece.
Drop it. Get off your ass and give Sean back to us.
That's right. He should stay with his parents. And what Sean's saying is not true. We didn't do anything. We actually got lost along the way and we were looking for him. I'm sure homeless people are the ones who had beaten him up. Poor kid. He needs to be taken off by us, his parents.
Then why didn't you file a missing person report or something? He's in high school. We thought he wouldn't want to be drawn attention to. That's why we were secretly looking for him. But you made such a fuss. Well, you're not going to admit it anyway. I guess I'll have to go to the police.
Why?
Don't you get it? You've committed a felony.
He's alive, isn't he?
Yeah. I know we've had some misunderstandings, but I'm sure Sean will understand if we talk. What? What kind of nerve do you have? He'll never understand what these shitty parents are thinking. You guys are losing your mind. Sean is studying very hard and is very smart. He lives in a different world than you guys are.
Besides, Mom, I don't know how you can afford to send Sean to college.
I didn't touch a penny of my husband's inheritance.
Did he have such a thing? Then I should be entitled to it too, right? You're being sly that you hid it from me.
Oh, you get excited when it comes to money. Sean told me. He said he heard you two talking in his distant consciousness. Now we don't have to pay for college. Let's win a round of baccarat and pay off our debt. What does this mean?
I don't know. Maybe he was hearing hallucinations.
So it's been revealed that you guys have debt. It's shameful that you're my son.
What are the inheritance?
The house and the land. I'll sell them and send Sean to college. I'll live in an apartment.
I've been letting you live in that house with the intention of inheriting it eventually. I won't allow you to sell it without my permission.
But you won't be eligible to inherit it.
Why?
You tried to get rid of me. There's a law against people like that.
That's one of your delusions again. When did I try to get rid of you?
The cookies you brought 4 days ago as a gift of your business trip. I was so preoccupied with Sean that I didn't have much of an appetite, so I didn't eat it. It's unusual for you to bring a gift in the first place. It's so rare, so I was a little cautious as well.
I didn't poison it.
What? I never said anything about poison. Why would you say that? The police are checking right now to see if it really was poisoned.
Why did you?
I told you that you guys were the suspects.
Stop acting like you're in a suspense drama.
I was right, wasn't I? My guess was right. You wanted my insurance money and my land and the house. Are you gambling addicts that you need money so badly? No, I didn't do anything.
Ashley's right. We're great parents who raised our kid diligently. You're trying to set us up by making up this whole thing with Sean. What does Sean not like about us? Is he in his rebellious phase? It's crazy that he's making a big fuss with the police just because of that.
I thought people usually give up in times like this, but I guess bad guys aren't so easy to deal with. I guess we'll just have to leave it to the police.
That's going to have to wait.
You're not handling the end well.
Even if they find something in the cookies, I don't know about it. I just gave you what I bought. It's not my fault. It's the stores or the manufacturers.
So?
We'll pay for Sean to go to college. So can we just forget about the rest of it and let bygones be bygones?
That's a convenient request. Are you of the same opinion, Ashley? I don't know anything about it. My husband did it all on his own.
Huh? What are you talking about? You're an accomplice.
Normally, in a situation like this, you'd protect your wife and take the blame. You're so inconsiderate.
I'm not going to jail alone. You're coming with me.
I'll say you threatened me. I'll also claim damages against your mother for giving birth to this idiot's son. That's enough.
What?
Why are you playing the victim? Who got hurt the most? Sean, right? Why can't you understand that? Why can't you even say one word of apology? You're so pathetic. I don't even want to think we're the same human being. Get the hell into jail and don't ever show your face again.
Mom, I'm your only child. Are you sure? You won't even be able to walk around the neighborhood. You don't want that, do you? People gossip about you being the mother of a criminal.
No problem. My son is a criminal. I'll walk around saying, I locked him up. It's an honor to catch a criminal. Oh, by the way, Mary, didn't you once say you wanted the handbag I was carrying? If you want, I'll give it to you. Well, well. If you really think my heart sways just with one handbag, you should go back to kindergarten and do it all over again. Bitch! I'll do anything to protect Sean's future, and I won't let anyone get in the way of that, no matter if it's my idiot son or my scumbag daughter-in-law. I won't forgive you.
I want to apologize to Sean.
Me too. It's a little late for that. I won't let you see him.
If only Sean forgives us, we might not have to go to jail.
He says he won't forgive you. Tell him to come visit us in jail. I think we've done a lot of things wrong, but we're his only parents. I think if we talk to him, he'll understand. No visits, no letters, no gifts. Period.
Mom, we're sorry. Help us.
I'm going out to have steak at Sean's request. Goodbye, criminals. After that, the abandoned building where the crime was committed was investigated. Fingerprints, hairs, etc. were also found, proving that I was not wrong in my deductions. They were both found guilty and sentenced to 20 years in prison. Sean survived that incident and stood up for himself, despite being a high school student. He is now leading a busy college life and volunteering at the Homeless Support Center. I am really glad that he grew up to be a kind-hearted child and not like his parents. I am also participating in the volunteer activities with Sean, even though I can only do a little. Last month, I was able to meet Gabriel when I was volunteering for cooking. Sean was born to such lousy parents. My heart aches to think of all the hardships he has endured. But I am also responsible for giving birth to such a shitty son. On behalf of his parents, I will take good care of Sean until I die.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.